Well, tonight at 9, a ring alert wakes up a Woodstock homeowner, and within moments, bullets fly by right there in his driveway. Now, deputies say that 2 suspects took off, but a web of cameras across Metro Atlanta helped police catch them very quickly. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Kosoris is live. And Abby, where are you tonight, and what turned this from a terrifying escape into a couple of people being arrested?
Well, Victor, I'm outside of the Fulton County Jail live tonight, and that's where those suspects are booked and currently being held. Investigators say that this security camera system that uses cameras that you probably pass every day was able to help them locate these suspects and apprehend them fairly quickly. Earlier today, we headed along Chesapeake Lane. That's where all of this went down. Deputies say the homeowner around midnight gets an alert, checks the video, and sees a stranger inside of his truck. Doorbell footage captures the moment that he steps outside and yells. Investigators say the suspect fires twice and then runs. A canine search came up empty, so deputies pulled Fusus footage and were able to spot the getaway car within minutes. They pushed the tag through flock alerts, allowing for Atlanta police to stop the car and arrest the 2 men.
In 30 years, have I ever heard of a suspect that just immediately firing upon a homeowner when they're approached outside. So that was definitely different, definitely scary.
Deputies say that one of the men was already wanted on a murder charge, and both face new felony charges as well. Reporting live at the Fulton County Jail, Abby Kosoris, Atlanta News First.